I think it's on. It's happening. We're doing it. We're here.
In the darkest night.
Hello sweet friends, and welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, I am so excited that you're here and that you clicked on this video. If you are not new here, thank you so much for still being here, because your girl has been gone for over a year. And so while I know it might be kind of weird to see me just jumping back in like as if I haven't been gone for literally 14 months, I honestly am very nervous about sitting in front of the camera again and just about jumping back into this, because as much as I absolutely love it and love this community, I have been gone for a while. So I promise you I do have a video coming. It is, God willing, my next video that I'm going to be posting, all about where I've been, how my health is doing. As many of you know who follow me on other socials, I have been gone for a health issue primarily, and so I will address that, what has been going on in my life, what's been going on with my body, and what's been going on with my heart. I cannot wait to share my heart with you guys in that video, but it is going to be a pretty vulnerable video, and I honestly am just like really nervous about it. So in lieu of jumping back in with that video, I really wanted my return to be something fun, lighthearted, easy, to kind of get my jitters out in front of the camera and get my jitters out about coming back. But guys, I am so excited to be here, and I am so thankful to be sitting in front of the camera again, even if I'm a little bit nervous. So if I seem nervous or I ramble, please just forgive me. We're gonna work the kinks out. We're gonna get back to normal. But honestly, I'm just really thankful. I'm just very, very, very thankful to be sitting here and filming with you guys. So that being said, today's video is going to be a March TBR. If you guys have been around a while, you know that TBRs used very loosely on my channel. This is more of a pile of possibilities, and boy, let me tell ya, we have run the gamut of genres over here, and I'm very excited about it. These are books that are on my radar, that I am excited to get to, that I'm thinking I might get to in the month of March. And so without further ado, let's talk about books, besties. Let's start with books that I know for sure, without a shadow of a doubt, I am getting to in the month of March. And the first one of that is Love Walked Among Us by Paul E. Miller. This is the book club pick for the Revive Christian Book Club. If you don't know what Revive is, it is a book club that Keisha over on A Book Like You, she started this book club back in December, I don't know, may have been November. Is time real? I don't know that it actually is. It isn't for this girl, especially as of late. So we're just gonna go with she started it late last year, and I have gotten to co-host already once for the book club, and it was so much fun. It was a fiction book. This time I'm getting to co-host with a nonfiction book, and I could not be more excited to talk about this book with bestie Keisha, and then our other co-hosts are Lauren, formerly of Lauren Love Reads here on BookTube, and then also Jordan from, no, it is not Bookish Gym anymore, it's Jordan Elaine. She just recently changed her channel name for her BookTube comeback too. So be sure to check out those girlies. The full title for this one is Love Walked Among Us, Learning to Love Like Jesus. And I think that this is gonna spark a whole lot of really, really good conversation in the book club. So be sure to check out my socials and Keisha's socials and Jordan's socials for any announcements that are gonna be coming up about that. We usually have reading sprints about mid-month, and then we always obviously do the monthly like book discussion near the end of the month. So be sure to keep an eye out for that, but I will definitely be getting to this one this month. And since we're in the vein of nonfiction, I'm gonna share the other nonfiction that I definitely plan to get to in the month of March, and that is Being Elizabeth Elliot by Ellen Vaughn. This is the biography for Elizabeth Elliot's life, and I am very, very stoked to get to this book. Elizabeth Elliot is honestly a hero in the faith for me. I absolutely love her. She was such a woman of wisdom and patience and strength, and her life is just such a testament to God's goodness and the strength that he gives us when we literally think we don't have any to give. So I am very excited to dive into this and learn even more about her, and honestly probably cry a whole lot, because I always tend to do that in Elizabeth Elliot's books. But she was just an incredible woman and loved Jesus so much, and so I'm very excited to read this one this next month. So those are the two nonfiction that I'm definitely getting to this month. The first fiction, what do I want to share? Where do I want to start? I think we're gonna start with cozies, because you know your girl loves cozies. Okay, I'm sorry if I shifted a little bit, but anyways, the cozy that's highest on my radar for this next month is Murder and Mammon. This is the fourth in the Tita Rosie's kitchen mystery series. The first book in this series is Arsenic and Adobo. I feel like that's a very well-known title because it was a book of the month pick. So if you recognize that name, that title, that's this series. But in this series, you're following our amateur sleuth. Her name is Lila, and she co-owns a bakery slash coffee shop with her best friend. And she is from this Filipino family that is just so much fun and rich with culture and quirky characters, lovable characters. And in this book, you are following some of those lovable characters, because in this mystery, Lila's godmothers, April, May, and June, they call them the calendar crew, they have decided to open a new business venture, and they've opened a new laundromat. But after the grand opening, it gets vandalized, and there is a chilling message left, as well as the body of one of her godmother's nieces. And so Lila has to figure out what the heck is going on. Why are my godmothers involved in whatever is happening? What does the laundromat have to do with it? All of the mystery. So I am very excited to get to this one. I really love this series. It is full of the best mouth-watering food references, truly. My mouth waters more reading this series than probably any other cozy mystery series that I think I've ever read. And then, like I said, the characters are just so lovable. The love interest is so well written, and I am just a really big fan. So very excited to get to this one at some point. Next up on my list is Killer Instincts by Jennifer Lynn Barnes. I read the first book in this series this last month, so you guys will see all of my complete thoughts about that one in particular in my February wrap up. But this is the second in the Naturals series by her. I am so excited to continue this series. I am not going to give a super big synopsis for this one because I don't want to give any spoilers, but the series in general is about a girl who gets recruited to this secret agency of teenagers who have different special abilities that help them essentially solve crime and find serial killers. So truly, when people say that this series is Criminal Minds for teenagers, that is the perfect synopsis for it. And it is just as much fun as it sounds like. I had such a good time reading the first one. Very excited to hopefully get to the second one this month. But I just love Jennifer Lynn Barnes' writing. I feel like she's extremely bingeable. She has a very good knack for writing YA that doesn't feel too YA to me. And that's a big thing for me. I've gotten to the point where I honestly struggle to find YA that I really enjoy reading, and Jennifer Lynn Barnes is consistently good at that for me. So very excited about this one. Next up is The Appeal by Janice Hallett. I don't know why I have not read this book yet. I actually got this book, fun fact, I'm pretty sure that this book is in my very last vlog, or maybe one of the last vlogs that I posted, where I bought it, where I hauled it, and that actually makes me a little emotional to think about. But anyways, I can't believe I haven't read it yet because I was so excited when I very first bought this. I am still very excited about it. This is a mystery that is told, it's an epistolary novel, so it's told like through text messages and emails, letters, all of those types of things. But the mystery is surrounding a local theater group, and I believe one of them dies, or maybe like the director's granddaughter dies. To be honest, I'm kind of going into it blind on that front, but I am very excited to get to Janice Hallett. I think that she might You ever get those authors that you just have a gut feeling, I am really going to enjoy this author? She's one of those for me. She very much gives the vibe that this is the kind of book that you want to pick up. You want to be the sleuth. You want to try to figure it out as best as you can as you're reading it. I also have the Twyford Code by her. So if someone has read her stuff and thinks that I should start with the Twyford Code, I do have that one as well. It's actually right here. So if you have read her and you think I need to start with one or the other, please let me know. But I am very, very excited to try Janice Hallett, and who knows, maybe that'll happen in March. And this is the last mystery on this list, and this is Sad Cypress by Agatha Christie. This is a Poirot novel. I decided this month, I wish I would have started in January, just the perfectionist in me does, but I decided this month that I am going to read an Agatha every single month. I think I've talked about this on my channel before, but it's on my bucket list to own at least one copy of every single book she's ever written in my library before I die. So if that doesn't tell you what you need to know about my love for Agatha, then let me just tell you, I love Agatha, okay? She is the queen. You cannot convince me otherwise. I love her so much. And this is one that I have not read yet. There are many that I have not read yet, but this is one that I'm excited to get to soon. This one sounds extra fun to me because in this one, you're following a girl who is accused of killing another girl. I think that they were like rivals for the same man or something like that. I don't know. But she is on trial for it, and everybody is convinced that she has done it. Everyone except Poirot. So you follow him trying to prove her innocence, and I am just so excited for it. It just sounds like a darn good time, and so I'm very excited about this one. Next up, I only have one fantasy on my list for this month, and it is Crown of Midnight. Jordan is going to be so excited to see me say this. Actually, I have another one coming up that she's going to be excited for too. But I read Throne of Glass. I think it was maybe, gosh, at this point it may have been 2 years ago. I'm not really for sure, but I really, really enjoyed it. And I have not gotten to the second one in the series, but this year I am going to. I actually teased myself because I got this bookmark, hold please. I got this bookmark and it is like a Pantone card with all of the covers for Throne of Glass like swatched. And I fell in love with it, absolutely adore it, one of my favorite bookmarks. And I teased myself because your girl got the bookmark but hasn't even read the series, so sounds about right. But we're not going to talk about that. We're just going to talk about how I am going to read the series this year. I am. So with that being said, hopefully Crown of Midnight makes it this month. I am not even going to take the time to explain to you what this series is because I feel like everybody already knows what this series is about. It's Sarah J. Maas, but this book is definitely high on my list to try to get to this month, and then just to continue on in the series. I actually don't have any after this. I did really good. I got the bookmark, but I did not buy the whole series at once before I've read it. So, you know, you win some, you lose some. The bookmark was way less expensive than the entire series. So if I didn't like it, I could toss the bookmark. If I didn't like it and I had bought all the books, it's a very big investment, although I do not think that's gonna happen. So next up, I just have a couple of romances that I wanna talk about. The first one is Daisy Hates by Jessa Hastings. This is the second in the Magnolia Parks universe. I reread, and you will get kind of the backstory behind this, but I reread Magnolia Parks in the month of February. I never continued on in the series, but there is just something so good about Jessa Hastings' writing that I'm very excited to continue. I didn't know, honestly, how I was gonna feel about this series, but I talked to Jordan, and Jordan said that Daisy is actually like her preferred character over Magnolia, and that her story is better. And so I'm actually like really excited to dive into this one and to see like what Daisy Hates is all about, what her story is. I believe that the male main character in this is Julian, which is another character from the first book. If you don't know about this series, again, kind of like Crown of Midnight, I can't imagine that you don't know what this series is about at this point, but it is following like a group of London socialites who are extremely rich. So all the rich people drama, which I'm finding I really enjoy. I kind of have always known that about myself, but I forgot how much I enjoy good rich people drama. And the series definitely delivers that. So that is what this book is following. And in the first book, you're following one couple. And then in this one, you're following Daisy and Julian. And then the third book is back to the first couple. And so it switches off like that. So I'm very excited to read Daisy Hates this next month. Thank you, Jordan. And then lastly, but definitely not least, it's actually on this list, one of the ones that I'm most excited to try to get to this next month, but it is Better Together by Mandy Blake. This is the fourth, I believe. It might be the fifth. I need to be better about figuring out what number books are in series before I sit down to talk to y'all. Nevertheless, this is number 4 or number 5 in the Wolf Creek Ranch series by Mandy. And this series has very quickly become so close to my heart. The way Mandy Blake writes a romance, your girl is here for it. I love her writing so much. The characters that she writes, I just fall in love with them. And this series in particular is obviously, it's a ranch, so it's kind of cowboy. The first one is definitely cowboy. I feel like the other ones are a little bit more just like, honestly, kind of just small town romance, but I don't know exactly if this one, what the vibes will be, but you get the gist. That's kind of the vibe. And these are Christian romance, so they're completely clean, and the faith content in them is chef's kiss. It's done so well, and I just cannot rave enough about it. If you're a cowboy romance girl, if you are a small town romance girl, then do not sleep on these. They're on Kindle Unlimited. Pretty much every site that I have seen, Everand, Scribd, it will always be Scribd in my brain, but it's not. Everand and Hoopla, my library, they always have the audiobooks available to borrow, and they're super quick reads. Like I said, super sweet. Very easy read with characters that you're gonna love. I have no doubt about it. Okay, I am losing daylight, so I am going to end the video there. I'm sure that there are tons of books that I will get to in March that I didn't talk about, and some of these I probably won't get to, but we all know how that goes. I appreciate you guys sitting down and talking books with me again for the first time in so long. Like I said, if you are interested, please keep an eye out for the video that I have coming. I'm going to be sharing my heart with you guys about everything that's happened. I'm going to share about my situation, but thank you guys for letting me jump back in with a random and fun video. It definitely helps with my nerves. I feel so much better after talking to you guys about my March TBR versus just jumping into the heavy, you know? And gosh, I'm beyond thankful to be sitting here and filming with you guys. And just thank you guys for having me back. I am beyond hopeful for all of the content that I'm going to be, Lord willing, doing for you guys in the future. And so just keep your eyes out and let me know down in the comments like what you've been up to, what you've been reading, what book are you looking forward to the most for March, all the things. I just want to hear from you guys. And with that being said, I will see you guys in my next one. Goodbye. We did it. We did it. Okay.